Okay, hello everyone. This is Sharonda. This is my podcast as well as my YouTube channel, Spiritual Sense. Today is January the 31st, which is the last day of the month, 2023. And so, which is a Tuesday. In this podcast as well as this YouTube channel, I go over topics in regards to the paranormal, occult, supernatural. I speak on things such as curses, hauntings, soul travel, spiritual manifestation, spiritual apathy, spiritual transcendence, spiritual transition, empathy, empath. I also discuss belief systems such as Islam, Hindu, Buddhism, Scientology, Wiccan, witchcraft, Santeria, Yoruba, to name a few. And so I like to start off by saying, like I said, many of my podcasts, this podcast as well as this YouTube channel is for entertainment purposes, okay? Again, it is for entertainment purposes. So, the topic that I'm going to speak about today, I spoke about this topic probably close to a year now, if not 9 months, maybe a year now. And it is evil eye. Now, few people, or many people may have heard of evil eye. And I'm going to give you my account as to what was revealed to me as to what the representation of what evil eye is, okay? So evil eye meaning, what does the eye symbol means? So I'm on a website. It says the evil eye is a curse from Greek culture that has been passed through many decades and still exists today. It states that when someone is envious of you, they have the power to give you an evil glare and send bad luck your way. Now I'm going to explain something to you. I've had certain instances where a person looked at me and evoked a behavior, and this is apart from like you becoming fearful of someone looking at you, like somebody who may feel anxious or don't want somebody to look at them because you know they may be insecure about whatever the case may be. No. This is something apart from that. Like this is like can transmit a thought or a feeling or emotion, like it's more spiritual than anything. And so it says, due to disbelief, protection from evil eye is something that many people actively seek after. So, there may be jewelry or amulets or whatever the case may be that you can wear, little trinkets in terms of evil eye. But I do know that evil eye is real. Now, it mentions that it is from Greek culture, but you will begin to see a lot of information out there will refer to it as Spanish, in Spanish the cultures as well. So it mentions that close to 40% of the world believe in some form of evil eye. Is mentioned in Roman and Greek texts as well as Quran and the Bible. The fact the evil eye curse has a long history as far back as 3000 BC. So how do you get protection from evil eye? A lot of people would say that is superstition, and that is just if you give power to it, then in essence, I'm not going to sit here and say that it is not true, but it's just based on what you refer to as evil eye. I just give you my account of what has been revealed to me in terms of what evil eye is as such. So you can wear the evil eye symbol in terms of a jewelry to protect you, to protect you against evil eye. It says that the jewelry is typically blue and white. However, you may see other colors out there that represents protection. but you wear it to protect you is what it's for. Is what it's saying, to ward off those spirits, because oftentimes people have associated certain things that are unfavorable to certain colors. So in essence, blue and white typically is what it mentions that the color is. Now we know blue and white to be typically what? Police or what have you. But you got different colors. Orange can represent protection as well as happiness, motivation, creativity, and playfulness. Dark blue is for karma and fate protection, while light blue is for general protection is what it has. Dark green is for happiness, red for courage, brown for connection with nature, yellow for health, gray is for protection against sorrow, white for focus, and pink for the protection of friendships. Now, this is based on this person account. You know, you may go to, this is ABC, you may go to XYZ, and they may have something totally different. So it's all based on what you are receptive to. But I think by way of programming, by way of mass media and communication and things of that sort, is to get everybody into agreement as to, okay, this right here is for protection, ultimately. Number 2, it mentions about mirror talisman. The property of mirrors, people believe that they will bounce your bad luck back to the sender. So this belief caused some people to arrange mirrors in their doorways and other commonly used rooms in their home to ward off bad luck. So in other words, it's to get a person to not pay attention to your transgressions and to focus on their own, is what that is. Number 3, coconut rituals. It mentions that coconut rituals involve getting a coconut and smashing it to the ground. The coconut is supposed to resemble the bad luck and the evil eye which has cursed you. The method typically takes place in a pure environment such as a temple or chapel. The ideal is to smash the coconut as far away from your home as possible in order to ensure the bad luck doesn't gravitate back to you. We have magnet cleanses. Other traditions believe that a magnet cleanse effectively helps to pull the bad luck away from you. The ritual involves passing the magnet over your body from your head to your toes. Legend says to then burn the magnet in an attempt to burn the evil eye. So, evil eye, as we know, is a representation of, an evil glare, and things of that sort. So I'm going to continue to read some information about evil eye, and then I'm going to give you my account as to evil eye. So I'm not going to go on Wikipedia, but I'm going to go on this other website. So again, it goes back, it said it dates back 3,000 years to ancient Greece and Rome. It is believed to, if you wear the evil eye amulet, it will provide protection against evil forces. The evil eye has a symbolism in every country in the world, in every religion, such as Judaism, Islam, Hindu, Buddhism, and Christianity. So it is believed that the evil eye was given to inflict harm, suffering, or some form of bad luck on those that it is cast upon. It says it is a look which clearly states that one intends for something bad to happen to the object of one's focus, either out of jealousy or pure malice. The superstition of evil eye holds that the malicious look is powerful enough to bring about actual disaster for the unfortunate person that is the receiver of the glare. The earliest known evidence for belief in the evil eye goes back to ancient Greece and Rome again. It was believed that the evil eye was the largest threat to anyone who had been praised too much or received admiration beyond what they truly deserved. The praised person would become so swollen with pride that he or she would bring about his or her own doom via the evil eye, which was believed to be able to cause physical and mental illness. In fact, any disease which did not have an immediate obvious cause was thought to be caused by the evil eye. It was thought that the gods and goddesses were punishing those who had become too proud of their achievements and destroyed them in the power of the evil eye to restore them to the level of mere mortals. So I wouldn't denounce that. I would not say that that is not so. But there are different things that you can wear for protection in terms of the evil eye. So I think a lot of this is mind over matter. If you begin to accept it and believe it, then it will become your reality, is what I feel. In addition to use of evil eye amulets, the Greeks would carry incense or the cross as protection against evil eye. New mothers would keep objects as protection under their pillows or on their heads, and these included red, black, or white strings, a nail, gunpowder, bread, salt, garlic, a ring, indigo, blue, or a pair of silver buckles. Each of these objects held a meaning which made it a good defense against the evil eye. So it mentions that gunpowder symbolized an ability to fight against the evil eye. The nails symbolized strength. The indigo held its power in its blue coloring. Salt was a symbol of preservation and strength. So it goes on to say, some of the people would massage their foreheads, to get rid of the ill effects of the evil eye. So I'm not going to go into a lot of this, because a lot of this can be, as I mentioned, about critical thinking tools regarding biblical texts and things that you would do to get you to think a part of or despite of. And I think it's a mode of to see if this person is a Nimrod, as I've mentioned before, meaning does this person have the ability to think, or does the person just does, everything that is told? Is it under the guidance of a spirit, or does it have the ability to critical think, or just do whatever is it takes? So in essence, I'm going to give you, because this is not going to be a long podcast, but I'm going to tell you what has been revealed to me in terms of evil eye. So if you begin to attune your spiritual eye, the ability to see, you have to realize and understand that we are all spirit based. That means we all have a spirit, unseen force within us, a life force within us, whether it be of a favorable cause or unfavorable cause. And oftentimes you'll begin to see when people take on certain behaviors or certain things that happens, this is God revealing the heart of the person or the spirit of that person to give you some type of insight. I think this is such as it with evil eye. When you have a person who may give you a evil glare or roll the eyes or a stare, that's, you would know when it's something a part of or despite of. And I give you an example, like when it's not necessarily personal, it is spirit. Like God has put the spirit within this person. You would know it because He would show you by way when someone's characteristic is despite of that. Like say for instance, like he may use somebody who is commonly a calm person, or normally I should say a calm person, or a happy person, or a good spirited person, and all of a sudden it's just like everything is turned, something ain't right, they looking at you funny and crazy and stuff like that. And it's a difference between, like, if somebody just look at you, and when somebody, like when it's spiritual, like when he has used this person to convey a message somehow, you would know the difference. Words just can't explain it. It's just something that you would have to physically see to understand, and you would gain the insight. He will also put you in a mode to where certain things are involuntary, and you would know what to see in others. You would know that he uses people as a vessel. So that is such as what evil eye is. When a person has been used as a vessel to convey a message about something despite of. So in gaining insight or information about a person, it may not necessarily be that you don't care about the actual person, but it's something significant about that person that would give you a little bit more understanding and clarity about a situation or something that may be transpiring. So say for instance, I just get and use me as an example. Like say for instance, if somebody is, say for instance, me being in healthcare, I oftentimes refer back to healthcare and medical and things of that nature. Okay. So say for instance, if someone has, there's a new medication or something that has come on the market that has been patented, and some studies and things maybe in the making, or what have you, and the person will begin to exhibit spiritual things that will make a person who has been keen to gain that insight and understanding to know, okay, maybe it's something significant about that particular medication. Or it could be food, or it could be a car, or it could be area. It could be a genre of things. So that's basically how God works. God works by way of putting the Spirit in you to make things apparent to those who have been trained, who I have attuned in their spiritual sight to see when something is not right. So that's basically what evil eye is. Many people may say, you know what, I never really thought about it like that. I just always thought about, but it's something bigger. It's a bigger, you have your everyday personal things, but it's on a bigger scale, massive scale as well. And you would just know it. The words just can't explain it. You would just kind of get it. And I think that's what wisdom is. And that's not to say anything against people who are younger. It's just certain things he would just show you despite of, and you would gain that insight like, oh, okay, yeah. That's the only way I can put it. Some people may say, I don't know what she's talking about. Exactly. Because you have not been afforded such gifts. Those gifts are bestowed upon certain people. At your due time will he give you that understanding. That's not to say that he doesn't acknowledge you. We are all gifted in something. We all, there's a purpose, in most things, because I'm not going to sit here and say, even though, some unfavorable things, may be purposeful as well, but you kind of get what I'm getting at in terms of that, okay? So yeah, so that basically that's what evil eye is, and there are little trinkets that I aspire to get me some evil eye type of jewelry and things of that sort as well. But you don't necessarily have to have an evil eye jewelry. I mean, there's like the cowrie shells, you know, the representation of. Before I close out, let me, because that can be, there are some significance with the cowrie shells, oddly enough. So we can proceed to look up what the connotation with the cowrie shells are, and it could very well be some significance with that. So it says it's a representation of wealth and fertility. It represents the goddess of protection in the ocean. So what is the spiritual well, it was actually used as a form of currency some time ago. It was used as a form of currency some time ago. They're used in forms of divination rituals, is what it mentions here. Best documented in West Africa as well as Afro-American religions such as Santeria, Candomblé, and Umbanda. It is also recorded in India as well as East Africa. So there is, you know, some symbolization in terms of that as well, okay? But I'm going to conclude this episode on Spiritual Sense, speaking about evil eye. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you are more than welcome to comment in the comment section below. Until then, you have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.